Okay, we're back for Sports on the Go, our Gazette Online's weekly panel discussion on prep sports and college sports. Right now, I'm KJ Pilcher. To my left is Jeff Linder, our Gazette Preps editor. And to my right is Jeff Dahn, our prep football writer. We're going to jump into the happenings of week 3 right away with First Down. Rain played a little bit of havoc here with some of the games this week. Everybody was pretty much drenched in eastern Iowa. What were some of the things that kind of caught your eye in week 3?
Well, it was wet. I was out at Marion, and I mean, it rained nonstop and the entire game, and I think it crossed most of the state. A lot of fumbles, a lot of drop passes. Neither in this particular game, neither offense was able to get anything going. That had a lot to do with good defenses too, DeWitt and Marion. But it definitely was a factor.
Yeah, I think my game had, I was over at Armstrong Field. My game had 8 fumbles. I think 4 of them were lost. 4 or 5 turnovers in the game. Both teams threw the ball fairly well, though, considering the conditions, and it turned out to be a 24-6 game. Limar's offense still was able to roll along pretty well for the most part, move the sticks, got up and down the field a little bit. So, but yeah, I got drenched too.
Yeah, it was actually kind of fun. I'm sure it was fun for the kids.
Fun till you had to leave the locker.
Yeah.
Press box.
We're a third of the way through the season right now, through the regular season. What are some teams that have really stepped to the forefront, maybe caught your eye, or some teams that maybe haven't got out to a quick start like you thought?
Well, you look around the area, you look at Belle Plains 3-0, Turkey Valley's 3-0, South Winneshiek's 3-0, Cascade's 3-0. I mean, these are teams that have all really gotten out of the gates, and kind of surprising in that respect.
Yeah. I'll throw a couple more out there. Lone Tree was 0-9 last year. They're 3-0 now. I think they've got a big non-district game coming up in 2 or 3 weeks against North Tamo, which will be interesting to see how that goes. MFL, another Upper Iowa Conference school, as you will. I think they're 3-0 for the first time in a long time. Mm-hmm. So I can't really think of any big surprises, plus or minus, in the Metro.
Right.
I think the more we go along the season, I think it really shows those 8-man teams in eastern Iowa that are having success. It kind of bolsters how good of a move it was.
Yeah, West Central's ranked 4th, and Central City's getting votes. I know I voted for.
Yeah, they're 3-0. Springville, when's the last time they've had a lot of success? I think they're 2-1 now. So there you go.
With week 4 coming up, where are you going to be at this week?
Well, I got Lindmar, Washington on Thursday night, and I think I'm going to go out to Kennedy Xavier on Friday.
Okay.
Friday, I'm going to be Decorah at West Delaware, and then Saturday I've got a volleyball tournament round robin at Cedar Rapids, Kennedy.
It's also the battle for the boot.
There you go. Don't forget the sophomores' battle for the shoe.
That's right.
And that concludes our preps version of Sports on the Go. Okay, we're joined for our college football edition by Mike Hlas and Marc Morehouse. We're proving that real men don't need makeup to be on camera. The latest installment of the Iowa State rivalry is in the books, with Iowa winning 17-5. What did you guys pull away from Saturday's game, and was it more of Iowa winning it or Iowa State letting it slip through its fingers?
Well, it was both. Iowa won it, and Iowa State let it slip through its fingers. I don't know what I took away from it, except that I'm not really feeling any more sure about where either team's going than I was the day before the game was played. Iowa only managed 244 yards and 1 touchdown on offense. And that got it done Saturday, but I don't think that's going to get it done too often against Big Ten teams. And the defenses they're going to see in the Big Ten are going to be just as good, and in some cases better. I think Iowa State's got a lot of potential, but the schedule is really not too favorable for a lot of wins.
I think a little bit of the both, to what Mike said. Iowa won it, but Iowa State certainly didn't help itself. I think they stuck with Iowa State coaches really stuck with the field goal mentality a little too long. 10-3 Iowa's up. They tried a 46-yard field goal. I think it was a 4th and 3 play. That to me seems like they really needed to go for it at that point. And they might have gotten, if they would have gotten it, they would have been right back in it. Also, Iowa State didn't seem to turn any of its Florida-Texas athletes loose Saturday. I know that the field conditions kind of played a role in that, but I thought there would have been more explosive plays out of Iowa State. I think Iowa's found, hey, the offensive line works. Sean Green works. Sean Green is a runaway appliance, and I think Matt Bowen a few years ago, Iowa safety, described trying to tackle Ron Dane as like trying to catch a piano falling down a flight of stairs. I think Green fits in that category.
Okay. Ricky Stanzi got the start and was relieved by Jake Christensen later in the game. Iowa kind of pulled away once Christensen was in. Is Iowa officially in the middle of having a kind of a dual quarterback system, and can D1 programs really win with that kind of system?
There's an old saying in football that when you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but here Iowa's going into its fourth game. It'll be swapping quarterbacks yet again on the basis of one of the quarterbacks made a couple of good decisions at the line of scrimmage and in the pocket Saturday. That's all it amounted to, really. I mean, Jay Christensen did very well when he was called in, but it wasn't like he played 4 quarters of good college football. It was basically one drive. So here we are going into the last non-conference game, and there's still not clarity about the quarterback position. That's not good.
I don't think this is ever going to clear up this year. I think this is a relief pitcher type situation. I think Coach Ferentz looks at the bullpen, taps to left. Jay Christensen gets in the little golf. Well, they don't do the golf cart thing anymore. That's way in the 70s. And then Jay Christensen, well, he jogs out, warms up. He's the guy. That's not optimum. And then Coach Ferentz has always said he's wanted one guy to take it and run with it. And I think Ricky Stanzi had that chance Saturday. That chance is gone. Right now, it's going to be by feel. It's going to be by hot hand. Not optimum, but that's where they're at.
The 70s reference kind of shows your age.
Oh yeah.
Here's a chance for you guys to take your extra points. Any topics that you have, go ahead and sound off.
Okay. Oh, I'm on. Well, it wasn't too many weeks ago when I heard a lot of Green Bay Packers fans saying that General Manager Ted Thompson and Coach Mike McCarthy didn't know what they were doing for letting Brett Favre go. Instead, putting their fortunes with young Aaron Rodgers. Well, there's a reason why football executives in the NFL make a lot of money and Packer fans wear foam cheese on their heads.
I don't wear foam cheese. But I think the next Cubs pitcher to throw a no-hitter is not going to be Jason Marquis. Ted Lilly gave it a run today. Jason Marquis is tomorrow. I really like. Hey, I came down pretty hard. You guys didn't see it. It was edited out. But I came down pretty hard in the Cubs. I'm back on the bandwagon, baby.
Well, thank you for joining us for Sports on the Go. We'll be back here at the same time next week.